I saw a man in shining armor and a sword in his hand. This is another miracle with the Archangel Michael. Now we have various sightings of angels all over the Holy Bible, Old Testament and New Testament. And they appear to us as men, they appear to us as shining light. And we know that the Archangel Michael is the protector of Israel. And the Archangel Gabriel told the prophet Daniel while he was in the exile in Babylon concerning the Archangel Michael fighting against the demonic entities in Arabia, and that he would come to the west and help there. So there is a spiritual war going on above us that we don't always see, but it's happening. The angels are protecting us, fighting against the fallen angels. Also, if you read the book of the Maccabees, when one of the angels asked them to look up above them and tell them what they saw, and they looked above and said, "We see angels fighting each other." And the angel who stood next to them said, "Yes, yeah, that's right, you're correct." So they saw angels fighting above them. And remember what the Maccabees did. They retook the temple and rededicated it to God. And that's, from then on, they had the Feast of the Lights, the Feast of Hanukkah. So even they were fighting in the ancient Greeks, the pagans, who took the whole area. And of course, that was a desolation, abomination of desolation that took place in that area. Now, today is the Feast of the Archangels, and we've had many, even personal sightings of angels. The more you go to the church and have the sacraments, the more you'll be granted such sightings. But let's see what this person tells us. I saw a man in shining armor and a sword in his hand. With this letter, I want to tell you about my personal test that I went through in the winter and was overcome with the grace of Archangel Michael. He is the head of all the angels. I had a chest problem for a long time. And there was a small cyst, a wet cyst, a soft cyst that was hurting me very badly. But I wasn't telling anybody about this. At some point, I could not stand the pain anymore, and I went to the doctor, who after some tests told me that was probably cancer. With this given, an urgent admission to the hospital had to be made, and the entire breast removed as soon as possible, the person said. I lost the ground under my feet. I was crying and I didn't know what to do. I had no one to support me, and I was experiencing this health problem completely alone. Then my godmother pointed me to the Archangel MichaelPanormitis and urged me to pray to him to help. Actually, from that very hour, I began to beg him for help. I finally entered the hospital January 4th, 2008, with a lot of anxiety, distress, and fear about the development of the situation. From the moment I was taken from the operating room, I began to invoke the Archangel Michael and asked from the bottom of my heart for his help. I promised that I would go to his monastery in Simi to worship his miraculous icon. And this is the icon of Archangel Michael. And as you can see, it's covered with a silver covering. But I've told you yesterday on the angels video that we send messages, our prayers, in the bottles. And we put the bottles in the coast, into the water, into the sea. And the bottle goes as a little, speedboat towards the direction of the island of Simi in the Aegean. And we've seen answers to those prayers. The answers to the prayers are much more than the prayers had asked for. In other words, the benefits given were a lot more than what the persons prayed for and wrote in the letter to St. Michael. And a lot of people, I have not gone to the island of Simi, but I passed it with a boat, a ship. As I was going to one of the other islands in the Dodecanese of the Aegean Sea. It's not far from Rhodes, this island, but we didn't land. But people that have gone to his monastery saw their bottles there. So they did reach there. So we know with this is, I have to make a video with various experiences that I've had with angels. If you believe me or not, it's up to you, but it will be the truth to glorify God. They're always around us. And each one of us who's baptized has a guardian angel, by the way. But let's go to this. I began to invoke the Archangel and ask him from the bottom of my heart for his help. I promised that I would go to his monastery in Simi to worship his miraculous icon. While I was tied up in the operating theater and the nurses were getting me ready, I saw a man in silver armor shining with a sword in his hand, looking at me and coming towards me. I was impressed by his glittering boots. Immediately I thought, Archangel, are you close to me? Don't leave me. When I woke up, I was in my room and surrounded by my people. And because I didn't feel well, I didn't want anyone. In the evening, I managed to get up and go to the toilet, where I found the courage to look at my breast. With indescribable joy, I found that the doctor did not perform a total mastectomy, but only removed the tumor, the cyst. This for me was a great miracle of the Archangel Michael, who is now my patron saint, and I thank him very much. A little while later, he claimed me, and I visited his monastery. I worshipped his, I adored, I prayed to him, thanked him for his great beneficence. I will go to Simi as long as I live, to always worship him and praise him for the good he has done me. And the source is History and Miracles of Panormiti, which is in the island of Simi. There are a lot of miraculous icons of the Archangel Michael in various locations of Greece, and this is one of them. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.